Due to incitement to violence by some opposition actors, there were criminal gangs who tried to stir up trouble in some parts of Kampala, in Butambala, Mukono, Sembabule, Jinja, and Luero after the elections on the 15th of January. The security forces dealt with the troublemakers promptly, arresting and charging scores of suspects in the courts of law. Many were remanded and are awaiting trial by the courts.
Now, unfortunately, the opposition, some of the opposition are wrong, but not terrorists. But some of the opposition are wrong and also terrorists. So I will discuss with the interreligious. The other time when we had a meeting with the Interreligious Council, I told them if we can find a way of advising these misled people so that we don't have to use a strong arm on them, it will be better. Of course, we have the capacity to, because they were planning, there's something happened in Butambala. Butambala, a character called Chivumbi was defeated. Now, the plan everywhere was that where Nup is defeated, gangs with the pangas. You remember pangas? With the pangas should attack the polling station. And that's what they did. When Chivumbi was defeated, they came with the pangas to attack the polling station, and they were shot. 7 of them were shot dead there with the pangas.
So the president is totally misinformed, totally out of for him to say that gangs attacked a police station. There were no police station that was attacked. It is the military that descended to people in my home, and these killings happened in a garage in my home. So there is no way you could say, and we are going to put him to shame, because in that place I have cameras. Not only cameras, there were people who recorded videos. That's why after killing all the people who are there, they did another firing and ensured that they retrieved every dead person and parked trucks and took them to Congo Hospital. We have footage of soldiers carrying dead bodies. We also have the footage of 2 soldiers that were shot at the site. Therefore, for him to arrange a terrorist act on me and on any of the people who are victims of state violence is extremely unfortunate and unbecoming of a head of state. Is he misinformed? Now, if he's misinformed to that level, then I wish safe for the country.
I used to come from, I was a young boy, in my 20s, 30s. I would come from Tanzania, come underground, come do underground work here, very dangerous work. Go back to Tanzania. Who was supervising me? The reason we fought Amin was not because Amin was killing, the killing people came later. But we were in our Uganda, in our journey of Africa, unity, Pan-Africanism. Now we could see Amin could not understand.
2016, parts of the country, especially in the Greater Masaka area, were beset by a spate of violent attackers committed by gangs of pan-wielding youths. The attackers left several people dead and many more injured. The reports of gangs of criminals moving village to village, robbing and hacking people continued in 2017. In April last year, after a number of operations, police and other security agencies paraded a group of suspects before the immediate Katwe police station. In the presence of the then Inspector General of Police, General Kaihura, the suspects confessed to being behind the attacks.
Over 100 suspects in the Greater Masaka area have so far been arrested.
Among the suspects paraded on that day were Suleiman Asimwe and Juma Mulindwa. They claimed that police had promised them 25 million shillings and a poultry business each.
Mugambe bike yatekamo sente tugamba bike yatekamo kisente tugenda kola time bagenda tulaga bike ngomusajja batulaga tumulaba nganako nenga luganda tumukole ki tumulumirize ekyalwana mu amaanyi mukulu IGP mwenyine abayegana yaliko sente yazigabirawa ekatwe laptop baga tutode batugamba satuvana bagenda bawa sente zamu tugenda kola abantu bataka kulwanira basigala bakulwanira wagulu ku kalina.
The youths accused the police under the former IGP General Kaihura of using them and dumping them after achieving their goal of misleading the public.
Gamba fasala kutukozesanga chenga chilinga bopira komala kosa no sulaawo bateka bintu byabwe bateka mpalana nti bike tumulumirize gutala bangako e Masaka gwe bagamba sigena ko Masaka.
At the April 2017 press conference, Suleiman Asimwe and Juma Mulindwa freely explained how they used to butcher people with pangs.
Ne baruganda tuli butabika tuli balalu nenga le mukolo mulimu gwe bayagala twali balalu mu ntandikwa twali balamu